Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Oikonomia, a new channel which is devoted for learning lessons in economics. So in this video what I'm going to do is I'll familiarize you with the syllabus of IAS examinations. So here I'll be dealing with the syllabus of 2019. So you can use this syllabus as a guide for your preparations for if you take this economics as a main subject. So this paper, actually the papers in economics is divided into two, paper 1 and paper 2. Here each paper consists of 250 marks with a total of 500 marks. So under paper 1 we have advanced microeconomics, advanced macroeconomics, money, banking and finance, international economics and growth and development paper. And under paper 2 we have Indian economy, which deals with the pre-independence era and also Indian economy after independence. And here we cover the pre-liberalization era as well as the post-liberalization era. So under advanced microeconomics, we can learn Marshallian and Walrasian approaches to price determination, alternative distribution theories like the theory of Ricardo, Calder and Kaliski. Then the market structure, which deals with monopolistic competition, duopoly, oligopoly, etc. Here apart from these, we will deal with other types of competition like perfect competition, monopolistic competition, then other types of market structures too. Then we have modern welfare criteria, which deals with the Pareto, Hicks and Zitorsky theories, Arrow's impossibility theorem, Amartya Kumar Sen's social welfare function, etc. Under advanced macroeconomics, we have approaches to employment, income and interest rate determination, where we deal with classical model, Keynesian model, ISLM curve approaches. Then we will deal with the neoclassical synthesis. New classical theories of interest rate determination and interest rate structure will also be dealt with. As we have mentioned, we also have money, banking and finance, where we have to deal with the demand for and supply of money, a money multiplier, quantity theory of money, the various versions of quantity theory, the one by Fisher, Pigou, Friedman, etc. Then Keynes' theory on demand for money, goals and instruments of monetary management includes in open economies. Then relation between the central bank and the treasury, proposal for ceiling and growth rate of money. Then we have public finance and its role in the market economy, where we deal with the instabilization of supply, allocation of resources and distribution and development approaches. Then we have sources of government revenue. Then we have like the forms of taxes, subsidies, etc. And we will also deal with the incidence and impact of taxation, limits to taxation, loans, crowding out effects and limits to borrowings. We also cover public expenditure and its effects. Under international economics, we have all the new theories of international trade like the comparative advantage model, terms of trade and offer curve, then product cycle and strategic trade theories, trade as an engine of growth and theories of undevelopment in an open economy. We also cover forms of protection, where we have to deal with the tariff and quota aspects. Then we have to learn balance of payment adjustments and its alternative approaches. Here we also cover price versus income approaches, income adjustment under fixed exchange rate, theories of policy mix, exchange rate adjustment under capital mobility, floating rates and their implications for developing countries, currency bonds, trade policy in developing countries, etc. Balance of payment adjustment and policy coordination in open economy macroeconomic model will also be deal with. Then speculative attacks, trade blocks and monetary unions, World Trade Organization, trips, domestic measures, different rounds of WTO talks, etc. will also be discussed. In growth and development aspect, we have to deal with the theories of growth, various theories of growth like the Harrod model, Dormer model, Lewis model of development with surplus labor, balanced and unbalanced theories of growth, human capital and economic growth approaches, research and development and economic growth, etc. Process of economic development of less developed countries like the Midas and Kuznets approaches on economic development and structural change will also be dealt with. Role of agriculture in economic development of less developed countries will also be dealt with. Here we also cover economic development and international trade and investment, and also role of multinational companies. Planning and economic development, including the changing role of markets and planning, private-public partnership, etc. will be discussed. Welfare indicators and measures of growth like human development indices will also be covered, and also we will deal with the basic needs approach. Development and environmental sustainability, where we have to deal with the renewable and non-renewable resources, environmental degradation, intergenerational equity, development, etc. For the Indian economy aspects or Indian economy portions, we have to cover. So here we have to deal with the Indian economy in the pre-independence era, where we will learn the land system and its changes, commercialization of agriculture, drain theory, laissez-faire policy and critique, manufacture and transport. We will deal with the various aspects like the case of cotton, the case of jute, railway systems, then banking, money, credit, etc. For the pre-liberalization era, we have to deal with the contribution of certain committees like the Vakil, Gadgil reports, then VKRV, Rao, etc. Under agriculture, we will deal with the land reforms and land tenure system, green revolution and capital formation in agriculture. For the industry aspect, we have trends in composition and growth, the role of public and private sector, small scale and cottage industries, etc. National income, per capita income, within that we have to deal with the patterns, trends, aggregate and sectoral composition and changes in these aspects. Broad factors determine national income and distribution, measures of poverty, trends in poverty and inequality will also be discussed. For the post-liberalization era, we have to deal with the new economic reform in agriculture, agriculture and World Trade Organization, food processing, subsidies, agriculture prices and public distribution system, impact of public expenditure on agriculture growth, new economic policy and industry, strategy of industrialization and privatization, disinvestment, role of foreign direct investment and multinationals, new economic policy and trade, intellectual property rights, where we have to deal with the implication of TRIPS, GATS and the EXIM policy, new exchange rate regime, where we have to deal with the partial and fully convertibility aspects, capital account convertibility, etc. New economic policy and public finance also will be covered here, where we will deal with the Fiscal Responsibility and Management Act, 12th Finance Commission and fiscal federalism, then fiscal consolidation aspects, etc. New economic policy and monetary policy or monetary system will also be discussed. Here we will deal with the RBA and then the new regime, and also we will deal with certain monetary policy, the revisions in certain monetary policies. Also we will deal with the planning aspects, from central planning to indicative planning, relation between planning and markets for growth, and decentralized planning will be discussed. Also 73rd and 74th constitutional amendments will be covered. Also the new economic policy and employment would be covered here. Employment and poverty, rural wages, employment generation, poverty alleviation schemes, rural employment guarantee scheme, etc. will be discussed. So that's all for the syllabus of IAS examination of 2019. I hope that you have liked this channel. So thank you for watching this channel. Please like, share and subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.